Welcome back. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher. Today we'll be talking about some classroom activities, and they're all centered around guided questions. Hang around, we're going to learn today. Welcome and thanks for coming back to the Angry Teacher, the Educator Academy, where we try to educate new teachers and remind old teachers that the passion is still there. Let's get started. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for the next Angry Teacher video. It's gonna be hot, guys. Come on. Reader strips are like a more organized sticky notes. Sticky notes for me don't really work. Yes, I said it as an English teacher. I don't really like sticky notes because they fall off a lot, or if they fall off, you don't know where everything goes and you have to redo everything and it's messy to me. So although, the colors are nice and, teachers would argue that it works because they can color coordinate and all this stuff, it just doesn't work for me. So I just do reader strips. Reader strips are literally full sheets of binder paper that I have the kids fold, hot dog fold it, lengthwise, and then we just cut it. And then we staple them back together. It's like a little booklet with all your notes for that chapter, that novel, that text that we're reading right there. You staple the edges and we're good to go. This is where you put the symbols, the character analysis, the literary devices, all the things that you need in one place. What I would suggest is that you use them for guided questions as well. Give the kids their questions and have them answer the questions on their reader strips, and then they'll be able to access that whenever they need to. Instead of looking for random sheets of paper all over the place or in that composition book that has everything else that you have them keep, have them do it on reader strips. Check it out. Now, we know it's a task to getting kids to do anything in or reading or language arts classes or in other classes as well. In high school. It's most kids. So with that said, room and reason. That's something I do with different works. Once again, I like novelty. And I like, for the most part, when kids move around for something academic. So here's what I do. I use large chart paper and write one question on each sheet. Sometimes I think, depending on your space, you can have anywhere from 4 to 8 questions and have them. You don't want to overdo it because then it'll be boring and they'll just be walking around aimlessly and meandering the classroom for no reason. Sometimes you can do it in the class. You can also do it in a hallway. You can do it outdoors, wherever it is. It's up to you. So I write the question on the chart paper. I have them walk around and answer it. And each class comes in, they write their name, the period, and their answer, and that's how they get their grade. Because they're moving around, I'm seeing them moving around. Oh, here's a caveat. They cannot talk while they're doing this. That trips them up because they're moving around. Now they have to think and be quiet, and they can answer other people's questions or they can respond to other people's answers, and they're answering their question at the same time. So this pokes and prods them to read and pokes and prods to think instead of all this talking. You're moving around quietly and you're doing some work. You're being constructive. Room and reason. Try it out. In the comments down below, let me know how you do your guided questions. Instead of just writing on the board and have the kids write it out or answer it orally, what do you do with your guided questions? Let me know and then we'll have a conversation. Now, number 3, jigsaw. Everybody likes a jigsaw, and they cut little things up and they put them on the paper and it looks fine, and they put it up on the wall for parents to come in and see it. I'm suggesting having a jigsaw large print. You blow up the questions, blow up the multiple choice question even, whatever you need them to pay attention to, or the passage. Make it larger, cut them up, and then give them to different kids. Give them so the whole class is working on this jigsaw. Or if it's in a group, have them come up to the board. Have them do things with the same jigsaw that you would do individually. Have them look at it in a large format, because it forces them, oh, wait a minute, that makes no sense. Everybody's gonna see my faux pas, so let me think this through. So, you have let's say if it's a biology class, you have your question written and the multiple choice answers are cut up and sent all over the room. The kids will come up and someone will have the question, because there are different questions out there. Let's say you use about 5 from a passage. from the text. You have 5 people with questions on the board and all these at least 20 answers out there rotating, so we don't know what is what. So you have, okay, we're doing question 1. Who has question 1? They come up, they put it on the board, and then everyone has to find the answers that are in the room somewhere, and the whole class helps people find the answer. It's great. Try it out. Number 4, the line. Now you have a set of guided questions, maybe 4 or 5, and that should work. You have the kids go outside or in the room, or they line up in front of you, wherever you have the space. I usually do mine in the hallway. Have the kids line up, not shoulder to shoulder, but in an actual line where they're standing behind each other, and I ask them the guided questions, each one by one. What was Johnny's purpose for doing such and such? They answer, you get to go back in and sit down. The next person, next guided question. Next person, next guided question. That kind of keeps them on their toes. They have to focus on what they need to do as readers, because they are going to be doing this by themselves. They're going to have to figure this out. They can't cheat and copy from somebody else, because they have to know for themselves. Now, by the time you get to the end of your set of questions, the other kids wouldn't have heard. So you can start over again, or change it up. Or from those guided questions, develop your own. So nobody's getting that one, so let me rephrase it. Let me add a different part to it, because everybody's getting that one. So figure out how you can make the line work. It gets them to move. It breaks the monotony of just sitting and doing guided questions on their page all the time. Try it out. The line. Hang around for the teacher's lounge. I got some dope kids coming up. Check them out. Thanks for coming to class today. Let's go out there and be great. Let's go out there and teach.